Hey guys, the date today is March 2nd, 2011, and I'm sure many of you know that today Apple held a media event for the iPad, and they sent out invitations about a week ago today saying come see what 2011 will be the year of, and then it had an iPad on the front with number 2 on it. So obviously they were going to introduce the iPad 2. And so what's new with it? It's, for starters, it's 1.33 pounds. And it's 8.8 millimeters thick, so that's even thicker than the iPhone. That's really thick. That's 33% thinner and 15% lighter than the predecessor that's being shipped out, so the iPad 1, as I'm going to refer to it. And the first thing about the keynote is that Steve Jobs introduced the keynote, so he's not, I don't know if he's officially back or not, but he was there to introduce the keynote and unveil the iPad 2 after being gone from sick leave for months now, I believe it is. And it has the same 9.7-inch LED backlit glossy widescreen multi-touch display with IPS technology and still 1024 by 768 pixel resolution, so the screen stayed the same. The flavors of it stay the same. There's 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte models with Wi-Fi for the same prices, and with Wi-Fi and 3G it's going to be the same storage and the same prices. And it has, obviously it has all new design because there's new, it's thinner, it's lighter, but now it comes in 2 different colors, black and white, so that's pretty exciting because a lot of people are going to be jumping on that and they're going to be wanting the white one just because it looks cool. You know, the iPhone 4 was supposed to come in white, but they never really followed through with that, so those are just, I mean, the screen and the storage are just a few of the changes that they made. That's not really changes at all. But now for some changes that they made internally, which is the important stuff, which you're all here to listen to. Okay, so first they added a 1 GHz dual-core A5 custom-designed high-performance chip. It's replacing the A4 chip, which the iPad has. The iPad that is going out now and the iPhone 4 has. So it's going to have a faster CPU, but the same great 10-hour battery life. So that's hard for that to happen when a company creates something that has a higher performance and it's thinner, but it still is keeping up with the same 10-hour battery life. So kudos to Apple for doing that. It's going to have 9 times faster graphics, 5 times faster CPU. It's got 2 cameras on it, one on the front for FaceTime calls, which is becoming more and more popular as the days go on, it seems, and one on the rear that supports 720p HD recording. So that's going to be really interesting to see what people can do with that, with one of the new apps that was released with iMovie, but I'll talk about that in a while. And it also features a new 3-axis guide rail for your gaming enjoyment. And those are just a few tech specs of the new iPad 2, and it's going to be available March 11th. You can pre-order it obviously, or just go down to the Apple Store, but the Apple Store is a lot more fun to do it. And the next, that's basically the iPad 2. I basically covered everything that they've introduced with the iPad 2. And they also, so that wraps that up. But also, sorry, I'm saying also a lot, sorry. They introduced iOS 4.3, and that's going to become available March 11th, the same day that the iPad 2 is released for launch. And it's got many enhancements to it, and one is AirPlay enhancements, which now allows you to stream video from your Photos app to your iPad, so you can shoot a home video and instantly play it back on your Apple TV, so that's pretty cool. Safari also had some enhancements. It now runs JavaScript up to twice as fast as 4.2, so basically that means that you're going to be able to load pages a lot faster and just do everything else in Safari a lot faster. That requires speed time that's going to load things, you know what I mean? And they now incorporate a more advanced iTunes home sharing, so you can share your entire iTunes library from anywhere in the house. That has Wi-Fi, obviously, anywhere on a Wi-Fi network, I should say. So you can instantly play back anything on your Mac or PC in your iPhone, to your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. So it's kind of like what you can do now, except it's not really like that. It's home sharing right now, for those of you that don't know, is like you set it up on iTunes and you can stream music from one computer to another computer. So now that you can add devices into it, that's pretty cool. I will be using that. And now with 4.3 also, as many people had talked about, they now incorporate the switch on the side of the iPad can now be used as an orientation lock or a mute switch. And I preferably would like an orientation switch, because the mute switch just seemed kind of, I didn't really like that at all. I just turn the volume down if I don't want mute, if I want it to mute, you know. And just like the Verizon iPhone has a mobile hotspot built into it, you can now get that same great feature on your AT&T iPhone, but obviously it's going to cost you. And they're, oops, sorry about that. But there won't be, okay, and obviously you'll still have, sorry, my phone was ringing, and obviously you still have the same great features that iOS 4 has brought to you in the past, like multitasking, folders, AirPrint, and Game Center, stuff like that, you know, etc. And it's going to be a free upgrade for the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4 GSM model. The Verizon iPhone wasn't included in that. I don't know what's up with that. There was no word about that. The 3rd and 4th generation iPod Touch, and the 1st and 2nd generation iPad. So it's basically available to all the relatively new technology that Apple's come out with in the past couple years, except the Verizon iPhone. I'm kind of concerned about that because I really was looking forward to getting 4.3 on my iPhone, but I mean, I'll put it on my iPad still. And just like the first iPad that was introduced, the second iPad brings along some new accessories that are going with it that Apple is introducing specifically from Apple, just like they did with the case and the dock, stuff like that. And so they introduced a smart case, and this is pretty amazing what this can do in my eyes. I mean, it's built-in magnets throughout the smart case to the iPad for a perfect fit. So it just clips onto the side of it, like magnetizes, and when you open the iPad, it automatically wakes it up, so it can be wakes it up. And when you close it, it puts it to sleep. How amazing is that? You open the case, just like how the Apple case is now. You open it, and the iPad comes to life, just like that, like snap, it's alive. You close it, it goes to sleep. That is simply amazing. And it can be turned, or flipped, I should say, so you can type easier on it or watch a movie if you so desire. And it comes in 10 different flavors. That's pretty amazing that they're bringing in 10 different flavors, and they're going to have 5 different polyurethane colors and 5 genuine leather covers. And obviously they're going to have a product red, but that's going to be a genuine leather one. But that's probably the one that I would get if I'm going to get this. And if any of you are wondering if I'm going to get the iPad 2, I definitely am. If it's soon or if it's in the future, I don't know, but yes, I will be getting one, hopefully in the future, because coming up this next week, a week from today, I will be leaving for New York City, and it comes out on the 11th, I know, so that's Friday, so today's Wednesday, so that'd be 2 days from when I get to New York. And I know it's going to be crazy downtown, 5th Avenue on the Apple Store. There's 4 Apple stores in New York, and it's just going to be ridiculous. I can just imagine. But hopefully I could venture down to the 5th Avenue Apple Store and possibly pick one up if I'm fortunate enough to, and I would absolutely love it. So that's my thoughts on it. I do want one. I will get one if it's in the future. I don't know as of right now. And there are also some new apps that were introduced back to the iPad here now. There are also new apps introduced such as Photo Booth, iMovie, and GarageBand that are designed specifically for the new iPad, and it incorporates the cameras and Photo Booth. Obviously, it's using the cameras and stuff. So basically, Photo Booth lets you choose from artsy, wacky, or weird effects and start taking pictures of yourself just like on a Mac. And it comes on the iPad. It's a free app, and it comes right on your iPad. And I know anybody who's used a Mac obviously has used Photo Booth because it's a really fun program just to play around with. You know, it keeps you going. It's enjoyable. Okay, and the next app that they talked about was iMovie for the iPad. And basically, you can literally shoot, edit, and upload a movie from your iPad in minutes using the high definition 720p rear facing camera on it, and that'll be available March 11th with the iPad launch, and that app is going to run you $4.99 on the App Store, so it's not bad at all. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about is GarageBand, and that's going to basically turn your iPad into a collection of musical instruments and full-featured recording studio, and it's just going to make it easier to create music wherever you go, and that's going to be really cool. I mean, you can plug in a guitar or something. It's just using an adapter, plug it into your iPad, start recording. It's got an acoustic guitar built in, so you can use it on the campfire. So campfires will never be the same. And that's also going to be available for $4.99 on March 11th. So basically, to wrap things up, the new iPad, 2 different colors, black and white, 1.33 pounds, which is 15% lighter than the predecessor, 8.8 millimeters thick, and it's 33% thinner. And it's to be thinner than the iPhone 4. The iPhone 4 is so thin for a, well, I guess it's not really thin for a phone, but it's thin for what it is. You know, it's just one of the smartest phones in the world. And for it to be thinner than that, that's just unbelievable. And the new 1 gigahertz dual-core A5 custom-designed high-performance chip with faster CPU, same great 10-hour battery life, 9 times faster graphics, and 2 cameras on it, and a 3-axis gyro for your gaming enjoyment. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're gonna get an iPad, comment in the comment section, leave a comment or something like that. You know, I want to hear your guys' input on the iPad 2 versus the iPad. What's your thoughts on it? You know, are you going to get one? Are you not? So just let me know, because I like to hear that kind of stuff, and I will comment back to you. Alright, so I'm going to end this video right here, because I've already been recording for almost 12.5 minutes, and I think I got out some pretty good information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and for more great content, be sure to follow me on Twitter. Link in the description, twitter.com/apple_kills_PCS. Alright, thanks guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.